Hi, I'm Daniel J. Moore, and today we're going to do a 15-minute mobility practice. We're going to incorporate 3 very specific methodologies to maximize all the different benefits that we can get out of a mobility practice. We're going to integrate movement, massage, and meditation. So we're going to go to the ground and we're going to start there. In terms of equipment, all you need is yourself. Maybe a large bath towel or a yoga mat, or if you're outside in the grass, even better. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start on the ground. The ground's a great place to start a movement practice because a lot of us, when we go into the gym or we start our exercise, we're already stressed out or we're already too much in our head. And what we want to do is we want to turn our attention inside the body. So we're going to do this for 2 minutes. Lay on your back and then just turn your attention inwards and observe the breath. So breathe in how you normally would and exhale real slow. And every distracting thought that you have, or every time your mind moves to something outside of your body, that's just a reminder to gently return your attention back inside. So from here, we're going to take our hands and we're going to place them on our abdomen. And I'd like to ask that you would do either some circular motions with your palms, or you can walk your fingers around the abdominal area. If you find any areas of tension or discomfort, then maybe hang out in that area and see if you can kind of work it out. But if there's any intense pain whatsoever, that would be a sign that you want to seek some consultation from your general practitioner or your doctor. So we're just going to massage around the abdomen while we're breathing in and exhaling really, really slow. You can also add some massage movements starting in the neck, stroking down through the sternum into the abdomen. So we're just alternating full palm strokes from the neck all the way down into the abdomen. So this is a really great way to stimulate the lymphatic system and also to encourage the production of serotonin, which 95% of is created within the intestines. So just by relaxing ourselves down, calming ourselves down, we're allowing our body to heal itself optimally and to get it all on the same page. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to rock up to a standing position. So we're going to use the momentum of our arms and legs, come to a standing position, and then from here we'll just incorporate some full body massage. So we'll keep going with the abdominal aspect, but then we'll also add a hand behind the back. So now I'm massaging, but I'm also mobilizing. So you'll notice that my shoulder needs to be able to move into a pretty good, through a nice range of motion in order to be able to massage the backside of my body simultaneously. And then from here I can go from the front to the sides to the back, and switch, 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 switch. From here I'm going to massage and friction into the shoulders. With the chest. It's really good to get the lymphatic system stimulated and all the different mechanoreceptors and nerves in the tissues, get them all awakened, all woke. Take it into the hips. And the legs, the knees especially. And then of course into the feet, the ankle, foot, the toes. Upside. toes. Just massage through the foot. And then you kind of just do a final body scrub down, see if you missed any parts. Get the neck, a little bit of mobilization, the support, opening up the body. And massaging all the way through. Okay, so from here we're going to move into some mobilizations for the shoulders and hips. So we're going to start on the ground in a tabletop position. You're going to shift your weight backwards over your heels and then forward. Your elbows need to be straight. And the pits of your elbow are going to be pointed forward. So you'll notice that my elbows are nice and straight. My shoulders are down and depressed, so I'm not wearing my shoulders for earrings up here, but they're down, depressed, and I'm bringing my weight forward and back. From here we'll do some gentle circles, thinking about our hips and our shoulders, and thinking about those tissues, like specifically the ball and socket joints. And when we're mobilizing, we're increasing the production of synovial fluid, and we're also distributing that synovial fluid. So I call that grease and glide. So we're grease and gliding these joints. You can bring the leg forward into a lunge and then back. Switch sides. So control is key, and oftentimes we use speed to hide inefficiency. So I'd like to ask that you make sure that you're doing these movements nice and slow. Just stepping out to the side now. Good. From here, we're going to drop our weight back over our heels into a child's pose. Lower your forearms down, shift your weight forward, press yourself into a cobra pose, tuck the toes underneath, lift your hips towards the sky, downward facing dog. So from here I'm going to create a wave through my spine. So I'm going to bring my body forward into a push-up position, lower myself down, and then back myself up through into my starting position, which was child's pose. So I'm here, drop the elbows, shift my weight forward, press myself into an upward facing dog. From here, I'm going to curl my toes underneath, lift my hips towards the sky, downward facing dog. Pause here for one breath cycle. Make sure that you're breathing throughout the whole process. And then from here, you're going to bring your weight forward, lower yourself down, and then come back into your starting position. Let's come back into it one more time. Press yourself up, cobra pose. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. One breath cycle here. And then finish up in a nice push-up position, just like so. Next, we're going to move into some falling. It's always good to ask yourself, if you're going to exercise, what are you training for? And for me, I don't ever want to fall. But if I do, I want to make sure that I fall gracefully and that I'm able to get up. So I'm going to fall down in different positions, and this is also a great way to warm the body up. And you'll notice I'm integrating some get-ups. So I fall down and then I get right back up. Fall down and get right back up. Breathing throughout the whole process. Even adding some rolls is always a good idea. You never know how fast that fall is going to happen. So you want to be able to condition your response. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to practice some get up. So starting from the ground, working our way back up. So you can hear that my breathing is a little bit more labored now, which is good. It tells me my heart's pumping. I'm going to go into a figure 4 and just come up to a half kneeling position and then press myself up to standing. Roll back down, switch legs. Figure 4. Stand up, come back down, switch again. From here, we're going to practice moving from a foot-hand crawl position into an inverted crawl. So you're going to start with on your hands and feet. Your knees are just a couple inches off the ground. And you're going to drop one leg through, so you're in an inverted crawl position, shifting your weight side to side, and then come back into your foot-hand crawl. You can also practice moving around a little bit through your environment, making sure you're looking around and making it a functional movement pattern. So pass the leg through to your inverted crawl, and then bringing it right back into your foot-hand crawl. Just really being mindful of your body mechanics. Your shoulders should be depressed so that they're not coming up and coming close to the ears. Bring your weight forward. Okay, from here, we're going to practice dropping our weight down towards the ground, rolling onto the other side, and coming into our crawling foot-hand crawl position here. So again, lowering yourself down, rolling over, back into your foot-hand crawl. Lower your hip down slow, with control, and then come right back up. You can increase the speed if you like. You can do maybe a half and come right back. Again, speed often hides inefficiencies with our movement patterns, so you want to make sure that you're practicing good, slow, quality movements. So from here, I'm going to lower my body weight down towards the ground, down onto my forearm, and then lower my shoulder to the ground. I'm going to roll to the other side, and I'm going to press myself back up into my tabletop position. So again, I'm going to lower myself down towards the ground, using my forearms and my shoulders, and then roll to the other side, pressing yourself back up. Just lowering myself down with control, and then coming up towards the other side. I can increase the speed if I like, just to get a little bit more of the heart rate pumping. And again, always looking around in my environment, making sure that my neck is staying nice and mobile, strong, my spine also in the mix. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my hips up off the ground, and then I'm going to kick out with one foot and then the other foot. Kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out. Rock up to an upright seated position on my mat. And I'm going to reach towards the ceiling with both hands, alternating. Rock back, come back up, reach through, rock back, reach up, rock back, reach forward with one arm, then the other. From here, I'm going to come to a tall kneeling position on my mat, pressing through the glutes, reach back, alternating with each of my arms, making sure that I have good control. It's not about how far I can go, but rather how much range of motion I can move my body through safely. So from here we're going to move into our final part of the movement process, which is going to be just relaxing and laying on your back. So you're just going to lay on your back, start to turn your attention back in towards your breathing and just let go completely. The tendency after movement practice is often to hold on to certain things, contract certain things because we want things to look a certain way. But what I really want to encourage you to do is just practice letting go. One of the most difficult things to teach people how to do within the realm of whether it's yoga, personal training, massage, the most difficult thing to teach people is how to let go. So as you lie there with the palms facing towards the ceiling, just see if you can turn your attention towards your breath. Inhale silently through the nose. And then exhale really, really slow through the mouth. As you inhale, make sure that you're expanding in the ribs, front, sides, and back, on the lower part of the ribs there. If you happen to have the time, you can lay here for a few more minutes and allow your body to recalibrate and then go on with the rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed this movement practice today, and make sure you make it a great day.